What's going on, FG fam? Welcome to another episode of the Detroit Tigers franchise here on MLB The Show 20. As promised, we are taking on the San Diego Padres today. Make sure you drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and can't wait to see more franchise content because it's literally all we do here. And we could build a winner together. Carlos Martinez will be batting today. 21-9 Tigers going into San Diego to Petco Park to take on the 500 14-14 San Diego Padres. We don't do a lot of interleague stuff here, so I wanted to do a little bit more this year. Mackenzie Gore taking the mound. He was a former top prospect. He's had 5 starts this year to over a 4 ERA. Meanwhile, Carlos Martinez was hired to be our ace, and he is looking like it this year. 6 performances, under a 3 ERA with an under 1 whip. It's awesome for him. He gets Tatis swinging on the first strikeout of the game. Now we move ahead to the top of the third where Nelson Barreto's got an opportunity, and this one is not going to be fielded well by Fernando Tatis Jr. That's an error, and that's going to allow him to get on first. And do we make him pay with this one going back and caught? So that is the first out of the top of the third. But we've still got a speedy runner on first base. In fact, we have 2 runners on now for Kendall Brown. Runner coming around from third. Ooh, he's going to stop and go back. Interesting choice. Probably could have made it, but Ketel Marte's got an opportunity. He's going to swing through, and they're going to throw him out at first. He gotta regret not letting that runner go home. Hunter Bishop now up in the bottom of the third, and San Diego starting a little bit of trouble. And it starts with Hunter Bishop as he gets a double to lead off the bottom of the third. Now Rougned Odor coming up, and he has yanked one. Short porch, gone. Easy bomb for Rougned Odor, his 5th of the year. It's a 2-run shot that traveled 358 feet. So Odor giving the hometown Padres a 2-0 lead to start this game off. And we've got to pick it up. Carlos Martinez, nice strikeout this time in the bottom of the 5th. Now Tommy Pham up in the bottom of the 5th. He's going to strike out looking at the cutter. A little embarrassing there, Tommy. Now Kendall Brown up in the top of the 6th, and Kendall Brown laces one into right field. That one goes all the way to the wall, comes off it, and they're going to throw to second, but they are not going to get Kendall Brown on this one. He is in safely. Now Ketel Marte, and he will strike out. Gosh, Ketel, we know that you can do better. Frankie Lindor comes up, though, and he is shopping gap in the right center field gap, and that is going to bring home the run needed. He is into second with a stand-up double, but there's 2 outs. Nico Goodrum now. He's going to barely tap one, and he is going to get thrown out at first base. But we do cut the lead in half. Emmanuel Clase coming into the game now, his 12th appearance today. He's got a 3.18 ERA. Now up against Tatis, he gets the strikeout on the 92-mile-an-hour slider. Very nice pitching there, but Manny Machado is going to bloop one into the right center field gap. He's not going to be able to take 2, however. Nice cutoff by McGowan. Unfortunately, a rain delay, a 45-minute rain delay, is going to force us to bring in Corey Ebel-Knievel. He still has yet to give up a run charged to him on the season. And he's going up against Andrew Vaughn, and what a grab at second base. So he still has yet to give up a single run. Love to see Knievel doing that. Genesis Cabrera coming into the game now for San Diego. It's his 19th appearance, and he's at a 5.79 ERA. He did his job, though, and that'll bring in Sir Anthony Dominguez, a 3.63 ERA in his 14th appearance right now. Rougned Odor going to strike out. Beautiful. You'll love to see that. I don't really like Odor. Now, Emilio Pagan coming up. He is 2-0 with a 4.50 ERA on the season in his 13 games pitched. And he's got Frankie Lindor reaching out for one, and fly ball. It's an out. So we are going to move into the bottom of the 8th. Tommy Pham up against Dominguez, and 98-mile-an-hour heater. He can't keep up with that. He just can't do it. So now Tatis in the bottom of the 8th. Tatis laces one to left. No doubter. And it is gone. Fernando Tatis Jr. with the 414-foot solo shot. His 8th homer of the year is going to give the Padres a 3-1 lead here at home at Petco Park. So Tigers got some catching up to do here when they get into the 9th inning and come up to bat in the top of the 9th. But we still got to take care of this bottom of the 8th, and Machado will swing through on the inside fastball. 98 miles an hour. Now Trey Mancini, the former Tiger last year, and thrown on to first for the final out. So Mancini playing with Machado yet again. Andres Munoz coming in for the Padres, 3.38 ERA in his 14 appearances. Doesn't give up much to righties. Lefties is a different story as Nico Goodrum hits this one deep to left field and out of here. Solo shot from Goodrum, his 5th homer of the year, traveled 405 feet, and brings the Tigers again 1 run closer. It is a 3-2 game now, and that is a way to start off the top of the 9th. You'll love to see that. So, can we complete it? Adley Rutschman now. What a hit into left field. That's going to get all the way up against the wall. And Adley Rutschman is going to get into second with a stand-up double and nobody away. Nelson Barreto, however, strikes out. He'll be the first out of the top of the 9th. And that'll bring up Jahmai Jones. Jahmai taking the walk. That's going to put 2 on for Seth Beer. And Beer's going to lace this one into left. It's going to be a bloop single. Coming home is Adley Rutschman. Oh, he decides to hold up as well. A lot of holding up going on. Kirby Yates now coming in. And he has a 2.84 ERA. This will be his 15th appearance of the year. He's been pretty bad against lefties if he's going to be bad against anyone. But McGowan is going to reach first. His speed has reached first, and we have tied this thing. Kendall Brown! Kendall Brown with the perfect moonball to right. And that is going to do it. 3-run shot. The Tigers take a lead off of Kendall Brown's 7th bomb of the year. 430 feet. And Kendall Brown doing the unlikely, giving us a big lead when we came into this frame down 3-1. So now Joe Jimenez is going to come in to try to end this thing. 2.76 ERA in his 10 games pitched. Andrew Vaughn comes up. He strikes out on the slider away. That's 1 down. And now that brings up Wilson Ramos. Ramos going to hit the fly ball into right field, and that is taken care of for out number 2 in the bottom of the 9th. Now Hunter Bishop. Bishop with the ground ball over to second, and that is put away. Tigers win in dramatic fashion in the 9th inning. What a 9th inning for the Tigers. Look at that 5-run spot in the top of the 9th. You love seeing the excitement from this lineup. Kendall Brown went 4 for 5 with a homer and a double. McGowan providing an RBI as well. Lindor, Goodrum as well. Goodrum and Brown with 2 homers on the day. Martinez pitched a very nice game for him. And for the Padres, Odor and Tatis hit solo shot. Well, Odor hit a 2-run shot, and Tatis hit a solo shot. That was all they could get. So now that brings us against the Yankees, who we beat 4-0 and then 8-4. So that'll bring us against James Paxton. Now the Yankees are having a really tough season this year at 12-21, and they're batting Giancarlo Stanton in the 7 spot. Little weird, but the 24-9 Detroit Tigers hosting the New York Yankees. Casey Mize in his 7th start of the year. He's got a 7.57 ERA. That is atrocious, and his stay in the starting rotation could be in jeopardy if things like this are going to happen to open the ball game. Already a run scored for the Yankees. That'll bring up Luke Voit, and Voit, perfect hit right there against the shift. And that is going to leave the bases loaded now for Gio Urshela. And Urshela's going to take a walk. So Casey Mize walking in another run. That's going to make it 2-0. Now Stanton, and good thing he is a wild swinger because a 95-mile-an-hour fastball would get by him. That'll bring up Mike Moustakas, and the ground ball over to second base will get us out of a huge first-inning jam as Casey Mize took 40 pitches to get out of the damn thing. Now James Paxton coming in. He's been struggling as well. This will be his 7th start, 6.23 ERA. He hasn't won a start yet. And Lindor, nice catch over there at second. And now Andrew McCutchen here in the top of the second, dribbling over, and look at the throw from Lindor. What a play. That'll bring up Adley Rutschman in the bottom of the second, and Rutschman can't make the play at short, and Rutschman will get to first. That'll bring up Nelson Barreto. And Barreto looks like he's going to gap this thing, and it is all the way off the wall. And that should score Adley Rutschman. He is coming home. Easy score, making it 2-1 as we cut the lead in half. Jahmai Jones now also in the bottom of the second. He will get thrown out at first, and that'll end our little threat against the Yankees. Casey Mize now at 60 pitches in the bottom of the third. Judge, dribbler down the line, taken care of. So we get through 3 innings with Mize. Now Richie McGowan coming up, and McGowan right to center field. Beautiful piece of hitting right there. And his 92 speed behind is on first base to bring up Frankie Lindor, who is going to strike out with an opportunity. And Paxton, surprisingly pitching pretty decent. Gio Urshela up against Mize. He gets the cutter down low on him to strike him out. Now Victor Robles in this one, and he has got this one. I don't know. He golfed this one out. And it is gone over the left field wall into the Tiger bullpen. A solo shot, his 4th of the year. Now Ketel Marte with 2 on, 2 out in the bottom of the 5th. This one is going back, and what a run and chase and grab out in right field. Josh Donaldson now up against Paxton, and Donaldson has this one going back to left and gone into the Yankee bullpen, and it bounced out too. A lot of power behind that one. 414 feet, a 2-run shot for Josh Donaldson, his 7th of the year. And the Yankees are going to bring in Jonathan Loaizaga. This will be his 18th start, a 9.17 ERA. Lefties are batting like crazy against him, but here's righties batting against him as well, as this is going to be an extra base hit. They're going to throw this one in, and with Rutschman on third, Richie McGowan with a shot here to maybe get some runs scored in the bottom of the 6th, and the fly ball to left is not going to do it. But we are still tied with the Yankees at 3. Emmanuel Clase comes in for his 14th appearance, a 2.84 ERA for him so far. Tucker Barnhart going to swing through on the 100-mile-an-hour fastball for the first out of the 7th. Now a 2 out, but with runners on the corners, this one dribbled over and thrown on to first to end any Yankee threat in this 7th inning. Now we go to the top of the 8th. Stanton's up with a runner in scoring position, and he is going to strike out looking. That big contract for nothing. Now Miguel Iajur coming into the game for the Yankees. He has pitched 9.1 innings in 12 games. Something doesn't scream good about that. 5.79 ERA, and Seth Beer's going to take advantage right down the right field line. It's called fair, and he is going to get into second with a double. What a sliding double that is. Now Adley Rutschman with an opportunity to be a hero. This one is going to drop in center field, and unfortunately, no movement on the base paths. So it's going to be 2 runners on for Nelson Barreto, and Barreto's going to do exactly what we need him to do for once. He has not done a lot since bringing him up into the majors, and Barreto gets the hit we needed there. That's going to bring in Aroldis Chapman to try to close this thing. His 15th appearance of the season, and the former Yankee gets out number 2 on an easy dribbler to first. The 5-3 lead bringing up Victor Robles, and you want to get it done here, and the dribbler over to third and thrown on to first, and the Tigers have beat the Yankees. Behind Aroldis Chapman's save, behind Emmanuel Clase's 2 1/3 scoreless relief innings, and behind Nelson Barreto's 2 doubles and 3 ribbies. He had 3 of the 5 RBIs today. As we look at the Yankees, Robles with the only homer, Judge, Robles, and Urshela with the RBIs. Paxton, not his best performance. And for us, Donaldson with the only homer, Donaldson and Barreto with the RBIs. Casey Mize actually ended up being decent after the first inning. So now we're going to take a look at a little player lock for you with the 13-8 Erie Seawolves going up against the 11-11 Richmond Flying Squirrels at Green Valley Stadium. So we're here, we are home, and we're hoping to get a win against them. Anthony Salinas is who we're player locking. There's 2 on in the bottom of the first here with just 1 away. And Salinas, unfortunately, can't get a hit. That's a fly ball out to center field. But now in the bottom of the third, another opportunity with runners on the corners, and that's going to be a base hit and an RBI. So we lead it 1-0. We end up getting the win 6-3. Miguel Amaya, the player of the game, he had a homer, a solo shot. For the Flying Squirrels, 3 RBIs by Jernigan, who hit a double in the game. And Olsen, not his best pitcher performance. For us, Madsen hit a homer, Amaya hit a homer, Jones and Villanueva, and a lot of guys with RBIs in this one. Oviedo, a decent performance, but Cole Shackelford gets the win. Scoreless innings, 2 scoreless innings he pitched. Baria gets another win out of the pen. Martinez going 5-0 with a 6-1 win over Baltimore. Then Canning goes 4-0 with a 4-1 win over Baltimore. And that is going to take us into the Colorado Rockies series. They're a good team in the National League, a division leader, in fact. The Mud Hens fall 1 game behind, and the Seawolves are tied for the lead in AA with the Rubber Ducks. Rays now lead the East still. We now lead the Central by 3 games over the Twins. We've had a good stretch. The Angels lead the West. Twins and Indians would be the wild card. Mets lead the East in the NL. Cubs lead the Central. And the Rockies, of course, are leading the West. The Nats and Braves would be the wild cards there. So we are going to take on a former rival in Michael Kopech. Remember him? Tariq Skubal is going to take the mound for us. He's 4-1 with a 4.2 ERA. Please make sure you drop a like on this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel for the love of franchise content, because it's really all we do here, and we can build a winner together. If you want to see more, click right here to see more franchise.
I feel to break somehow.